Hey guys, your boy M6 here, and welcome to the new edition of the Ricardo Direct. This time is happening on my birthday. And I mean, if you see me barely while texting in the live chat, it's because I'm mostly focused on my birthday. So, I mean, in the meanwhile, you guys can just watch this Ricardo Direct in live. After it's just a premiere, but whatever. Anyways, in this recorder, I'm about to show you all the announcements of future episodes and future projects that I will plan, and they're still incoming. So yeah, stay tuned, and I promise this recorder won't be as short as last time. So yeah, I promise you, because the 10th anniversary event in the That One Ricardo Direct, I unfortunately couldn't finish the Ricardo Direct in time, so that's why it was short. But this one will be normal long. I mean, it's just gonna have a normal length. Don't worry, that is long enough so you guys can enjoy the projects and everything. And then later on the third party event, and then the future upcoming project at the end. So, anyways, hope you guys sit down, relax, and anyways, happy birthday to me. And anyways, now let's start the Ricardo rack, the ones that you have been waiting for a while, with the normal length, long, everything. So yeah, anyways, let's start. Oh, and also something to keep in mind is that I'm recording this on my iPhone because, I mean, I got tired about this other phone. So anyways, I'm even going to use this one for editing. Yeah. It's because when in the Ricardo Directs, when I switch phones, I feel like I'm going to do like the first 3 directs with the previous phone. And now I'm going to switch to the new phone, just to keep that in mind. And anyways, for real, we can start. Animated DHX Media's World Episode 1 announcements. Okay, as you may know, the animated DHX Media's World, is a animated reboot. It's kind of inspired by the live actions, to animated, reboot. So yeah, and this might sound like good news or bad news depending on how you view it. But animated DHX Media's World is coming back the way how it was announced. How do I mean by that? Well, animated by me, to say the least, instead of Grand Buller. So yeah, this may depend or vary how you view those news, if you think it's good news or bad news or whatever. For me, it's good news because I finally get to animate and actually work on the animated DHS Media's World that I had in mind. But that's for sure, there's gonna be some slight changes. I think I may do another theme song if I do it or not indifferently, because the main reason why is because of the background, because Grumbler complained that I should make new backgrounds because otherwise they will look like in Goiki, which they're not wrong. So I'm gonna make some new backgrounds in the future for animated DHX Media's World. And that's for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna reuse the ideas that I had in mind, such as making Tiji's birthday as episode 2, or making a surprise episode in episode 1, the one that I mentioned, or maybe like the previous, Ricardo Direct. I don't know if at the end I will make everything how I plan. Making it exactly equally like the DHX Media's World, with some changes, of course, such as more episodes and more adventures, and the possible season 4. So anyways, hope you stay tuned for Animated DHX Media's World enthusiasts. I promise I'll get it out eventually, but first I have to make the backgrounds. If I ever decide to even make them. So anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna use the Goiki backgrounds for now or not. I'll decide that. But anyways, so yeah, keep in mind, stay tuned for more announcements. So yeah, anyways, stay tuned. Anyways, next announcement. Battle for Nations Episode 1 Remake announcement. As you may know, Battle for Nations is one of my, first, attempts on making an audio show. And I feel like after, if you look at this, which that's the original one, it had potential of being continued for future dates, Because I even got the time to even do a thumbnail, bro. And I swear to God, if you think BFN just stands for Battle for Nothing, it doesn't stand for freaking Battle for Nothing. What the heck? But anyways, if you saw that sneak peek, from the remake of the Battle for Nations episode 1, you may know that I was about to, release the full episode in, 1 week, after the sneak peek. And, 2 months has passed, and I still haven't, released, this episode and, the show overall. And apart from laziness, it's mostly because of the World Cup, because I was focused on life, and those were the main reasons why I couldn't work on this show. But don't worry, this show will eventually, well, came out, well, in this year to be specific, so don't worry. Not gonna confirm, well, a release date because I don't want, well, the thing to be, well, delayed, so yeah, I don't want problems with that. So anyway, stay tuned for anyways next announcement. BFDI 9/11 Twin Towers Massacre Part 3 announcement. Yes, the part 3 isn't coming if you thought this series wasn't finished. And I know one fan said that he won't forget, well, that video. I don't know if it's a bad term or maybe it's because so he can, well, memorize, well, the video, because this, remember, that was a memorial in honor of those attacks. But also keep this in mind, the part 3 will be the final where it will finish the trilogy. There won't be part 4 after this, so yeah, keep that in mind. And what will the part 3 consist of? I can't spoil you that much of, well, the idea and, well, the idea of, well, the part 3. But to keep this in mind, Pin and Konya will be like the main characters of, well, the part 3. And well, Pin's PTSD on the part 1 will really make sense on part 3, so keep that in mind too. And I mean, as you may know, each part has at least mentioned one key thing that happened at least in the 9/11 real life events. Part 1, well, pretty much the main important info. The part 2 mentioning the Pentagon attacks, as you may know. And well, what will mention the part 3? Well, there is one thing that will be relevant in the part 3, and that's the exact thing that is gonna be mentioned. And what would that be? Well, let's let the Cyan people from the Color Challenge explain the thing that's the remaining thing to mention and that will be relevant in the part 3.
The plane did not reach its intended target, the US Capitol building, because of the passengers on board trying to stop the terrorists. Personally, I would like to call these people the greatest heroes of this tragic incident.
Well, as you can see, well, yet another plane will appear, well, in the part 3, like how it's common to see, well, in the both first and second part, at least one plane that at least had to do with any of these attacks. And yeah, as well it was mentioned, it will have to do with the US Capitol building. And that's it for what can I explain it. And one more tiny spoiler, this will be the defeat of, well, the AK-47 and Barrus USB. And this kind of makes sense because if you notice, in part 2, the last time we ever saw Barrus USB and AK-47 in the trilogy was in an unseen flashback of September 11 of, the 2024 event of the part 1. And in the whole part 2, we haven't really seen much of them other than those last moments of, the part 2. And everything will, match the dots and it will make sense afterwards why they haven't appeared, ever since. Because, that will be the defeat of them. I would love to explain you about the idea more often, but I'm gonna, spoil, pretty much the whole thing if that ends up happening, so it's best not, and, stay tuned for September 11th, of this year, this time, for the last part. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so how are you guys enjoying, this direct so far? I bet you guys are enjoying it, especially since today is, my birthday, you know? Okay, yeah, anyways, it's time for the first big announcement for, this Ricardo Direct. This hasn't finished yet, because there's a bunch of announcements that I'm gonna announce in, this Ricardo Direct. This won't be like the last one I did in the 10th anniversary event, because that was on a rush, and I was focused on school and life at that moment, so that's not an excuse, that ain't an excuse, bro. So anyways, the exaggerations, now it's time for the first, big announcement, which to tease you, it's gonna be a new account. As you may know, I have my first account, which is, the main one, the M60 object thingy. The other one is the Nintendo Switch account, this one. I have plenty of bunch of other channels over there, but who even cares about those? To be specific, for example, Logos Level. I barely left that channel, abandoned, for real. But we're gonna introduce one main channel that we'll use mostly, which this time is gonna be for archivals, everyone. So anyways, it's time for me to reveal it. As you may know, there's my second channel, which I can just post whatever or random videos such as copyright test or any random video that I don't want on my main channel. But what about re-uploading other videos, such as other channels that were, deleted, videos that were deleted, or just my videos that have copyright that will soon be moved on there because they have copyright? And my second channel is not for that. Well, that's what I'm introducing you to Ricardo Archives. So this channel, well, as the name implies, will consist of re-uploading archive videos, maybe such from Wayback Machine, PerserveTube, or just downloaded videos that I have that were deleted, about channels that were terminated or that the channel just decided to delete the videos, or just in case I can just move my copyrighted content because I want to monetize while in there. So yeah, stay tuned for upcoming archives, such as re-uploaded videos of deleted videos, so they're upcoming soon, but the channel is already available. So yeah, go subscribe to it, and we'll see you guys later. Okay, so yeah, it is confirmed, the Ricardo Archives channel is gonna be real. So yeah, for now on, every deleted video that I will upload will go directly to the Ricardo Archive, not on my channel. And maybe the reuploads that I did on this channel, maybe some of them will get re-uploaded on on the Ricardo Archives, and they will be private in here because I don't want re-uploaded videos in my channel. That's the purpose of this channel anyway, of the Ricardo Archives channel anyway. But anyways, let's continue with the announcements. So yeah, let's continue. Super Character Elimination Recorded Version announcements. As you may know, SCE Season 15 The Immortals already got its finale, its Band-Aid ending, and also its Mario ending, so overall the series have finally been concluded. But don't forget, my own version of Super Character Elimination is still oncoming, with approximately around 50 to 60 contestants. I still have enough time to organize whatever are gonna be the things, but I'm gonna confirm you for now a little bit of the contestants. In the finale, you may know that in the Band-Aid standing, Band-Aid, as he will automatically join in the finale, as well as HTV, PD, and Trophy, because he also chose them to also be to compete in the SC Ricardo's version. But don't forget, Mario also did speculations if he would have won in that ending. But remember, there's also a Mario ending where he actually wins, and he would choose Luigi, Sonic, and Senegal 2, which those people are also automatically competing in this Ricardo's version. So those 8 people are automatically competitors of SCE Ricardo's version. But don't forget, I also confirmed newbies in the series, such as Hulk and Sully. So stay tuned for those characters as well. So now, when is SCE Ricardo's version gonna release? Well, I have to reveal the characters and contestants that are gonna be competing overtime in the series. And that will require me around a lot of months. So to doing the calculations, or probably, I think I'm gonna do the first episode probably in November 2026. So yeah, stay tuned for the long-awaited SC Ricardo's version. So yeah, stay tuned. And anyways, next announcement. Battle for the Respect of Balloon Episode 3 and Remaster Battle for the Switch OLED 5 announcements. Okay, I'm gonna do this as a show announcement. 2 different shows, and sure, why not? Announce the episodes at the same freaking time. So yeah, you may be asking, what's taking so long for these 2 specific episodes to release about those shows? Well, this mostly has to do with Teapot Aftermath 5 not releasing for way too long, which I already did a video about that, so you can watch that. But yeah, aside from Teapot Aftermath 5, still with its progress and everything, it mostly has to do with life, with me focusing on life, the World Cup, pretty much everything. So yeah, don't worry, these shows, the respective episodes will soon release in late 2026. So yeah, those episodes respectively will release in late 2026, maybe in fall. So yeah, anyways, stay tuned for those. So anyways, next announcement. Storytime videos, ideas, announcements. So yeah, as you may know, I have a bunch of storytime videos ideas, and while the last one I did, well, was part of the Ricardo week, which was how I got, well, my Nintendo consoles. So yeah, I also, besides well that, I have also a bunch of, well, storytime videos, such as a bunch of ideas of me happening in life or some random stuff. And don't forget, there's also the mini storytimes, and don't worry, the serious storytimes are still incoming, everyone. So yeah. So yeah, more story times will be coming, well, in this year, so maybe in a few days or weeks. So don't worry, stay tuned because I have a bunch of ideas. So maybe I can do a quick one, or I don't know. I mean, just check the story time videos, or maybe the direct, because I've at least shown at least one idea of, well, in one of those. So yeah. Anyway, stay tuned for the upcoming ideas. So anyways, yeah. Okay, so how are you guys, well, enjoying this Ricardo Direct now? I know for a fact you guys are enjoying it. So yeah, it's time for another, well, big announcement, and this has to be logo related. So yeah, let's start. And this will be about someone who is the biggest fan of logo shows. And this will be the announcement of about reviewing two stuff in fact, which in fact, let's show what it's gonna be. Hey guys, Animax here, and I'm gonna announce some stuff about Animax reviews. I'm gonna review about two stuff in fact. The first thing being, which will be the Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, our review about the Nintendo Switch 2 will be upcoming on how was, well, my experience. Well, overall I'm 6 experience, but overall, well, it's gonna be a review about me of how good is this console. So yeah, the preview, guys, well, yeah, it works fine, it's fun, so yeah. So anyways, that's the first review. Now for the second review will be about Friendly Viacom and Friends, the movie. Which that movie was epic, and well, I'm gonna review it, well, in a separate video. So yeah, the first one will be the Nintendo Switch 2 review. And then will be the Friendly Viacom and Friends movie. So anyway, stay tuned for those reviews, and they're upcoming soon. Maybe late August or early September. So yeah, stay tuned, everyone. So yeah, bye guys. So yeah, Animax reviews will, well, have two, well, brand new episodes to review, such as the Nintendo Switch 2 and, well, the Friendly Viacom Friends the movie. So yeah, stay tuned, thanks, and we're pretty much almost over with this Ricardo Direct with all of these announcements. So anyways, let's get with these announcements that are remaining. So yeah, let's continue. La maldición del anillo de oro announcements. Okay, maybe for this explanation I'm gonna use, well, captions, well, to be specific, in Spanish in the video, because since this is a Spanish show, well, I want to clarify that out. Well, I'll turn on the captions now. And the main reason why I'm, well, doing this instead of just pressing, well, the Spanish button again is because I'm lazy, and thus I actually more comfortable on speaking, well, in English, so whatever. Anyways, let's start, well, the explanation. Well, anyways, I teased, well, this show as, well, one of our main shows in Spanish that I'll do soon, which consists about some vowels and letters, consonants, and pretty much just letters. Well, I mean, the title kinda makes sense because, I mean, one of the vowels, well, just buys, well, a tilde de oro, which actually is a golden tilde, to say the least. And well, when is this show coming out? Well, to put you, well, in the simple way, don't worry, I think it will most likely came out on winter 2026. Anyways, let me turn off, well, those captions, and let's get to the next announcement, everyone. Inanimate Insanity All-Stars prediction video announcement. Okay, by the way, I've actually been working on this video for like already a few months ago, and I've told this idea to Graham already. So if you're here to just steal the All-Star idea, well, I have enough proof to be the one who actually thought of this idea first. But anyways, remember those, well, BFDI, well, All-Star videos? Well, I mean, I'm here to do this time an Inanimate Insanity All-Star prediction video. So yeah, so inspired for one of those BFDI All-Star videos and all of those. So yeah, my ideas or speculations of what will probably happen. So yeah, stay tuned for this idea. I can't show you an exact release date, but I promise I'm gonna start working on it now. And while I did a decent progress on this, but whatever. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay guys, so are you guys enjoying this special direct? I know those announcements are getting crazy, but I'm here to tell you that we're almost over with this direct, and as you can see, it was long enough. But we can't end this with a proper, thing, such as the third party shows now. This is your time to shine. But we didn't really got that much of third party shows this time, for what I last saw. And I'm kind of surprised about that. But it kind of makes sense because I feel like the last Recorder was mostly about third party shows, to be honest. So I don't think, nothing would really that top that out. So I feel like that kind of makes sense why there isn't that much third party shows. But remember, maybe for the next Recorder, if you kind of then didn't, forgot what to do, submit your show into the third party show, well, don't worry, maybe just wait for the next Recorder and then you can submit it. Okay, so yeah, enough of your chit chat. It's already time for the third party shows. Grambler Street is a show about a Grambler, which is a teenage boy who lives in, that street, which is named after him, located in Fictionville, California. He lives with his family and he lives with his best friend named Nicole, as well as his favorite characters from various fictional franchises. Almost all the main character designs are done. The theme song will most likely be out at the time the direct is uploaded. And episode 1 should hopefully release sometime in September 2026. The first episode will release by itself, and then afterwards a batch of 5 to 6 episodes will release. Pingu and the Rare VHS tapes is made by Mr. Croatia. Lost but Rare and Weird Pingu VHS releases, and this excludes Pingu X Friendly Viacom and Friends Crossover and Grand Bullard Street. The upcoming episodes are Pingu Runs Away and Pingu's Laboratory Story. And also, he sent a clip. And warning, every VHS release is fake, and just don't believe that Pingu would air on Locomotion in Latin America.
What'd you say?
Social Media Street and the 12 Months shows are both shows made by Kerry Coleman. Social Media Street is about a logo named YouTube who lives in, that same street, named after the social media apps located in Internet City, New York. Even though Social Media Street production is good, even though it got shelved to 2027, she's gonna try her best to keep the show running, but if it keeps going slow, it will be shelved to 2027. And the 12-month show hosts a late-night TV show from their Time City penthouse, using the calendar screen to bring personal experience with the ordinary months, which blend talk show segments with everyday life adventures, and the 12 months having fun, crazy, and occasional surreal sitcom experiences. This will be Carrie's first ever animated sitcom on her channel, as opposed to animated and live-action sitcoms by other people in the local community. And this series is also based by the 12 months of the year. And just like Social Media Street, she's trying her best to not make the process slower, and she's gonna try to make it faster because she wants to release both of those shows before 2027 starts. So yeah, that was it for the third party shows. So yeah, I wasn't joking around when I said that there were literally only a few of them. There were only 4 shows. So yeah, maybe in the next direct, maybe we can see more. So yeah, let's hope for that. But we're not almost done yet. We're only missing one important announcement. Take a look at this. Yes, indeed. Another the Isaac Well movie announcement, which to be specific, it's a trailer. So yeah, hope you guys stay tuned for the Isaac movie in fall 2026. So yeah, hope you guys stay tuned. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this Ricardo Direct. And remember, like, today's my birthday, so yeah, happy birthday to me. So yeah, stay tuned for all these projects, and stay tuned for the upcoming direct, and any upcoming project made by me. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. And in the meantime, I'll play with the Nintendo Switch. I unboxing the previous video. So yeah, anyways, let's pop it in. So yeah, let's enjoy playing.